Hi everybody, this is Crystal. Welcome to my channel, Bag O Day Crochet, where we talk about everything that is yarn or crochet related and sometimes knit. But today we're going to be talking about crochet. So I'm going to be showing you a stitch tutorial, and it's a very, very pretty one. As you can see, it is a nice solid stitch, but it's not really a yarn eater. As far as yarn eaters go, I would consider it a lower type of a yarn eater. It's not bad. See that? And the good thing is, looks the same on both sides. Don't mind my tails. I don't like to hide them if I don't have to. So, you know, since it's pretty solid, but it's still not like extremely heavy. It's solid, but not like, it's not like baubles or anything. You can use it for, you know, whatever you want. Make a beautiful blanket, baby blankets, stuff like that, scarf, top, placemats, spot holders, whatever you choose. So why don't we go ahead and get started on this, and I'll show you what yarn I used. So for this particular stitch, what this is a kind of like the sedge stitch, if you've ever seen that. I do have a tutorial on this. This is just called the drop sedge stitch, because it's pretty much the same as that. It's very easy, one row repeat, very beginner friendly, but it does have one drop stitch in it, but it's extremely easy to do, and I'll show you how to do it. So the drop sedge, like I said, is a one row repeat. And for this particular sample here, I used Red Heart Super Silver Ombre, which is a medium weight number 4, 100% acrylic in the color of violet. Of course, you can use any yarn that you choose for whatever you're making. And for this, I'm going to be using a size I, which is a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. All right, so the drop sedge stitch is done in a multiple of 3 plus 2. So you go ahead and you start out with a slip knot on your hook. So depending on what you're making, whether you're making a blanket or a scarf, you just want to chain in multiples of 3. Just like this. Until you get it as big as you want it to be. And then once you get it as big as you want it to be in a multiple of 3, you add 2 more to it. So a multiple of 3 plus 2. And then we'll go ahead and start row 1. So row 1, we are going to do a single crochet in the second stitch from our hook. So the hook, or the loop on our hook, does not count. So we go 1, 2, in that second stitch, we're going to do a single crochet. And then we're going to put a single crochet in every stitch for the length of the chain. So row 1 is just 1 single crochet in every stitch until you get to the end of your row. Alright, so I've made it to the end of row 1. And we're going to go ahead and start row 2. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. So that chain 1 does not count as a stitch, so we can just pretend like it's not even there, and we're going to work right back into this very first stitch here. And we're going to put a single crochet into it. Just like that. Also into that same stitch, we are going to put a half double crochet into the same stitch. And a double crochet. So into that very first stitch, we put a single, a half double, and a double. Now we're going to skip 2 stitches, skip, skip, and in the next we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go into it, we're going to put a single crochet, a half double crochet, and a double crochet, all into that same spot. And this is what we're going to repeat for row 2. Again, we're going to skip 2 stitches, skip, skip, and in the next we're going to do the same thing. We're going to work a single crochet, a half double crochet, and a double crochet. Again, skip 2, skip, skip, and in the next we're going to work a single crochet, half double crochet, and a double crochet, all into the same stitch. Now we're going to repeat this pattern until we get to the last 3 stitches of our row. All right, I'm coming to the end of row 2, and I have 3 stitches here that remain. I'm going to skip 2, skip, skip, and I'm going to go ahead and put a single crochet into the very last stitch, and that will end row 2. Now row 3 is going to be the repeat row. Remember, it's just a 1 row repeat, so we will just keep repeating row 3. We're going to chain 1 and turn on work, and again, that chain 1 does not count as a stitch. So we're going to go right back into this very first stitch here. We're going to put a single crochet into it and a half double. Now here is where it's different from the regular set stitch. We're going to do a drop double. So right down here in this spot underneath here, right here, yarn over and do a double crochet down here. Go into that spot, yarn over, pull up a little bit taller to reach the rest of your stitches, and go ahead and do your double crochet like normal, just like that. And then we're going to skip 2 stitches, skip, skip, and if you look, it'll be the single crochet from the previous row. We'll always be working in the single crochet from the previous row. So you skip your 2, skip, skip, and go into that single crochet, and you work a single crochet and a half double crochet into that stitch, and then we're going to do our drop double, and we do it down here where we put our single crochet, half double crochet before. So you can see this opening right here where all those stitches went in last time. So yarn over, so the row before that spot, go through, draw up a loop, and pull up a little bit taller. Since it's a drop stitch, they always got to be pulled up a little bit taller, and then go ahead and do your double crochet like normal, just like that. And this is what we're going to repeat all the way across. So again, we're going to skip 2 stitches, skip, skip, and we'll be at that single crochet from the previous row. We're going to go into it, and we're going to single crochet and then a half double crochet into the same spot, and then we're going to do our drop double crochet right down here where we put all our stitches into the spot 2 rows below. See that? So yarn over, go into that same spot that we put all of our stitches before, throw up a taller loop about even with the rest of them, and do a double crochet like normal. Again, repeat it, skip 2, skip, skip, and we'll be at the single crochet from the previous row. So we're going to go into it, we're going to work a single crochet into that stitch, a half double crochet into that stitch, and then we're going to do our drop double. You can see where we put the single and the half double. If you just drop straight down, that hole that's right below it is where we put all our stitches before from 2 rows ago. That's where we're going to put our double crochet. So right into that spot, pull up a little taller, and do a regular double crochet, just like that. And this is a pattern we're going to repeat all the way across until we get to the end of the row. Skip, skip. Here I am at my single crochet from the previous row. I'm going to single crochet into it. I'm going to half double crochet into it, and then I'm going to do my drop double. And remember, if you look, here's where you just put your single crochet and your half double. It'll be that spot right below it, and you'll see where all these stitches went into it. That's where we're going to put our double. So go right into that spot, draw up a loop that's a little taller, and do a double crochet. So I'm going to repeat this pattern until we get near the end of the row. All right, I'm coming to the end of row 3, And I have 3 stitches again that remain. I'm just going to skip 2. I'm going to put a single crochet into my last stitch, and that will end row 3. So now all we're going to do is we're just going to keep repeating row 3. So we'll go ahead and start it again. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work, and we're going to be working into this very first stitch here. We're going to put a single crochet into it, a half double crochet into it, and then if you just go down right below right here, this spot, that's where you want to put your drop double. So right here in this little spot here. Just like that. Again, skip 2 stitches, skip, skip, and we'll be in the single crochet from the previous row. We're going to go into it and work a single crochet and a half double crochet, and then we're going to do our drop double. And remember, if you kind of just pull it apart, you'll see that it's the opening right below where you just put your single crochet and half double. It's the spot where we put our stitches before. See that? Right there. So we're going to put our double. Draw up a little bit taller and do a regular double crochet just like that. And we're going to repeat. Skip, skip, single crochet into the next, half double into the next, and we're going to do our drop double, pull apart. You can see it's the one spot right below the opening that we just worked into. Yarn over and go in and do our drop double just like that. So we're just going to keep skip, skip, and into the next, repeating this row 3 until we get our project as big as we want it to be. And that is how you do the drop sedge stitch. And after a few rows of repeating that, it will start to look like this. I think it's super pretty. You know, it's really pretty if you, as well, it's pretty in this ombre yarn. It's pretty in a solid yarn. It's also pretty if you change colors. Every row, it looks really cool like that too. Every couple rows. Self-strapping yarn would look great too. But that's it. I think it's beautiful. I think it makes some really pretty war shags. But anyways, I hope that you enjoy my tutorial, and I hope you were able to follow along okay. And if you make something out of this, you can show me on my Facebook page. There's a link to that below in the description box. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my other tutorials or yarn content. If you look in the description box, the very first link there is a link, and it'll take you to my over 1,000 crochet tutorials. Anything you ever want to make, and multiples of them. I'll see you on my next video. Bye guys.